Hello YouTube people. This is my 2002 Chevy S10 4.3 engine, and my problem was the low beam and high beam lights were not working. They stopped working like 2 or 3 weeks ago when they were malfunctioning, because they were coming sometimes on by themselves and not coming at all. And well, there was so many problems with this that it got to the point that I had no lights at all, no low beams, no high beams. So in my search to trying to find out what the problem is, I came to both of the headlights and disconnect my connectors. And when I was checking with the multimeter what kind of voltage I was getting through these connectors, when I put directly the two prongs to these connectors, I was getting like a 5.5, somewhere around that, 5.5 volts. On this one it was 5.5. On the high beam I was getting a little bit higher. I was getting around 8.4 or something like that. So it's still not enough to turn the lights on. So I was assuming that there was some kind of shortage on one of the wiring source. I'm not an expert on this, so I was trying to find out the cause. So when I check my the wire that is handling the current, and I was getting my prong here and physical ground from the chassis, I was getting 12.7 volts. So the current side was good. So that leads me to the ground. So the ground was the problem in my case. So trying to find out the root cause of this, I was checking all my grounds. I found another ground right here, right in front of the battery, to the front of the truck. I got like 3 different grounds here. One of them is connected to the lights. So I was trying to follow it, and through all these wiring harness that you can see here, and that it comes here and is connected to the, which is called the fuse relay center. So previous to checking all these things that I told you, the very first thing that I did, it was checking my relay. This is the headlight or headlamp relay based on this diagram. So I came here, I checked this. I bought one from the auto parts store. According to the guy, this is the one that it was supposed to be replacing the old one, because the one that I had here, it was kind of like deteriorated. The cover was like in pretty bad shape. So I was assuming that this could probably be my cause, but it was not. It was not the problem. As info, this is the DRL, the day running lights relay, that basically is making your lights working as soon as you turn your switch on or to the accessory position. You will have your lights coming on. That's the way that they are set up. So when I was able to follow all my ground to this box, I noticed that the wire that was making ground on that particular side that I told you goes through another bundle of wires here and goes into the truck, into the cabin through this bundle of wires. So basically, still in my search of what the problem was, I was looking on Google and YouTube, trying to find videos related to this kind of problem. There are many of them that are showing, headlamp problems, or headlamps not working and stuff like that. But there are different kind of problems. So it was not anything. I couldn't find anything related to this. So finally in Google, there was one guy, or there was this person uploading some pictures of some kind of work that he was doing on his dashboard. I think it was related also to the some kind of electrical problem, but he was uploading some pictures on how he got to this point. We have inside of the cabin, we have this relay box that I was not aware of. But like I said, I mean, I'm not an expert on this. I never done anything electrical. I was always scared to mess or make it worse. So, well, this guy was showing how to get to this point, and he also was showing the diagram of this that I would like to be able to upload it as well. If I can, I'll do it. If not, I'll try to see if I can find a link to go to that kind of drawing and diagram that he was showing how this is all set up. So based on that diagram, this this relay, this is the one that I replaced. This is a new one. I got the old one here. This one, if you could see, or if you can see, these two prongs are completely burned out, and this one too. So as soon as I saw this relay, once I removed it from this box, I knew that this will be my problem. So I replaced it with this. I put everything together, and I already tested. I turned my switch on, and voila, I got my lights back. So this is the way that I fixed it. And to have access to this box, you need to basically lay it on your truck here, and you will see it underneath here. You need to push this thing up the way that is hooked up to the dashboard is with this I don't know how to call it, a holder or bracket. And in order to pull it out, I was able to pry it out with one large or long screwdriver. And if you can see those two holes on the back, I'm not sure if I can focus, that one right there where my finger is aiming to, and the other one is on this side. Hopefully you can see it. Oh, there's a better way to see this. So those these two ones, they get hooked up there. Oh, actually it's this way. These are the ones that go there. So when you push this one up, you're going to be able to this will push up, and they're going to be able to hook up these two, and you can put everything back together. To remove this, the covers are going to be these two covers I got here. This is I'm sorry, I didn't want to show that back, but anyways, that's the first. This one is the first cover that you have to remove. Second one is going to be this one. And that one has some kind of trick to remove the brake release wire that you can see that is sticking up to the door. For that, you need to crawl here. I'm sorry if I'm moving this too much. And there is I got a few light here, but there is back there is, if you see this kind of like C shape metal part, that wire has rubber thing that fits there perfectly. And then on the back of it, you can see like a little hook, a little hook that the wire is gonna be connected to. So that hook, you can move it with your finger. You can actually using one hand, pushing with one of your fingers this hook, because it rocks from back to front, and you're able to release it. Once you release it from that hook, you can just pull it out, and then you will have access to see everything that I was showing you before. So well, this is the way that I was able to fix my problem. And if you are going through kind of the same problem, hopefully this helps you to fix your lights. All right, well, that's it. Thank you.